When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to Commonwealth Stadium in Lexington, Kentucky, home of the Wildcats. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the UCLA Bruins, taking on another team from the Big Ten, the Kentucky Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Kentucky ready to go toe meets leather and start this game. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Solid return, decent field position as he goes out of bounds at the 30. Handoff to the lone back. At the 40, there he goes. Finally stopped at the 46 after a 15-yard gain. And the Bruins come to the line in the hurry-up.
That's a nice-looking run. That reminds me of Jonathan Franklin, Maurice Jones-Drew, Zach Charbonnet.
Makes the grab inside the 30. Out of bounds, right at the 20-yard line. Edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score. That big play flipped the field. Now they go to work from just outside the red zone. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Back to pass. It's Iamaleava. Gets it out fast. Oh, headed to the end zone. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. The Bruins will try to put one on the board on first and goal. He's looking to throw. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, UCLA! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point makes it 7-0. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game and get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
He might want another play. They'll start this drive going to the air. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down. The margin for error is so small in this conference. It's really imperative to get off to a good start in Big Ten play.
Especially, Reese, since you're adding so much talent now to this conference. But, yeah, year in and year out, you know the mainstays in this conference, but there's always some surprises, and I'll be interested to see how everybody starts off this season. Listen, this is your first opportunity, Palmer, in conference play, in a major conference, obviously in the Big Ten, to make your first game.
And it's going to be taxing all season long for these players. Physically, obviously, and you expect that in the Big Ten Conference. But now adding all those West Coast teams, these guys are going to be flying back and forth across the country a lot this year. They have to get off to a fast start today. That's what makes this game so critical.
Red pass, it's complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple of yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
Into double coverage, and he picked it off. He'll try to take it back. Out of bounds at the 18, and man, do they have great field position now.
Nice play by the DB. Most people say offenses have the advantage, right? They know where they're going. They have the footing underneath them. Defensive guys, you still got to...
And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Bruins.
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
UCLA 14, Kentucky 0.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
Brought down at the 45 after a 15-yard pickup.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to throw again. With the catch, it's Bauer. They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield. Pick up 10 and the first down.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go
wide open spaces. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work.
And this defense is going to have their hands full, right? I mean, you saw him throw it, a couple plays ago, and you see him take off and run. They've got to do something to kind of put him at least in a little bit of thinking, a little bit of doubt, a little bit of pressure, because right now he's starting to get in the rhythm, and that's not good for this defense.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Looking to throw, it's Carpenter. Under fire. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. The give to the back. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's complete. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a first and goal. Kentucky right back to the line. Takes a snap, wants to throw. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Wildcats. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. UCLA will go back to work on offense. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. It seems so inviting to try to get the ball outside, but this defense is so fast you just end up running sideways.
And when you don't have any misdirection or something else to look at before you pitch that ball in the perimeter, a lot of times those guys can play even faster. They can see it right now. Those safeties fly up, those corners fly up, outside backers fly up, and get in the play immediately.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
Play action. On the move to his left. They get to him as he throws.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. 3rd down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Pulls it in. It's Patterson. Open space at the 25. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20.
That's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Fires to the right. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
Tight ends are supposed to be the quarterback's security blanket, especially down here in the red zone. And that time, he just dropped it.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Quarterback making checks. Wants to keep it in the air. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. Kentucky going quickly. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Complete to the left. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. And he'll try this one from the left hash and 33 yards away. He got it. That'll bring him to within 4.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. To the air, it's Iamaleava. Got his man quickly. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. And the Bruins have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Back to pass. Caught close to the marker. It's Marshall. They get him out of bounds. Couple yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Looking to throw on 1st down. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And you must do that against a guy of this caliber. This kind of QB will absolutely pick you apart. You got to get hurries, you got to get pressures, and when you can get hits and make him feel the physicality of the game, maybe you can take that guy and knock him down a few notches.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Finds a tight end. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. And they've swapped ends of the field, and we'll get it going in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. The play action fake. Fires downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, UCLA!
And that's what I think makes this tight end so dynamic. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. There's so many tight ends out there that are just possession guys, and they usually go down right after they catch the ball. This guy has the ability to, with his speed, to make people miss, and he showed it to you right there on that touchdown catch.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you've just simply got to make it.
The Wildcats can really attack on this second and short. They run the reverse. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. 10. Touchdown, Bruins. And they turn it into a defensive score. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
One of the things I love about reverse plays is you take advantage of the defense's fast flow. And when they saw the ball going one way, everybody started running that. And all of a sudden, they flip it to the receiver on the reverse going back the other way. He's got way too much speed for anybody to catch up. It's a really good play call and good timing on that play call as well.
Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They're down 28-10, and I don't think it's exaggerating to say their chance of winning this football game probably rides on this drive.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
And with that incompletion, man, this crowd, I don't know that they are really happy about what's going on. I mean, they already built a deficit, and they don't have a lot to cheer about. They got to get some kind of rhythm, something going on this offense to ignite this fan base.
Forced out of the pocket. Nowhere to go, and now the ball's out. A loose football in the end zone, and the defense there to pounce on it for 6.
And how about this defense? Pinning their ears back, being aggressive near the goal line. They could smell it, maybe trying to get the safety, but even better, force the fumble, fall on top of it. Touchdown for this defense.
UCLA 35, Kentucky 10.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a non-profit, man, like a charity, giving the football away too much. Got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you got no shot to win this football game.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy, you put the football on the ground or you throw picks, you're going to find yourself behind on the scoreboard.
Wants to throw. It's Carpenter. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Trying to make magic on the scramble. The freshman called his own number and kept his drive moving.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. And he was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
Looking to throw on first down. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. The offense changing the play. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Defense needed that stop badly. They gave up a touchdown. They gave up a field goal. Here they are in the 3rd possession. They've got to find a way to get off the field. So really nice job on a critical 3rd down, forcing an incompletion.
The coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack, there he goes. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, UCLA. And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the 2nd level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Now this offense will take the field again. Looking downfield, it's Carpenter. Oh, they're after him. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Touchdown, Bruins. And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick 6. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
And he's not going to take the touchback. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do have it. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. Almost had the pick there. Would have been his 2nd of the game. Instead, it brings up 3rd down.
Well, the defense just did the quarterback a massive favor. That's the nicest thing they've done to him all game. They've already picked him off twice. That should have been number 3.
Here's a heat. Can't connect on his first throw.
Well, the defense is waking up now, right? The first drive, they allowed a touchdown. They were a bit scrambled. They kind of all got together, rallied on the sideline. They've been pretty lights out since. Forced a punt on the last possession. They've now got the offense set up in 4th down again. Great job there. Pass defense, 3rd down. This defense now starting to put it together.
Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. On the move. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Touchdown, UCLA! And they take it in for 6 more points. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
56, Kentucky, 10.
Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And you could tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan, and the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand, and more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of the play.
Turning it on! And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Wants to throw on first down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Patterson. Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. Looking to fire. Got a man. It's Gilmore. Gets him down at the 26. Big play there. Give him 15 yards on the gain, and they move the sticks.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that.
Looking downfield on first down. Unloads to the right. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
You got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment. They've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Wilcox. And they pick up just a few on that completion. And it seems to be a lot easier for the quarterback to find this guy than it is for the defense.
Yeah, and I think this is a guy, Reese, that you can split him out. You can feel comfortable getting the football as many ways as possible because he is one of those matchup problems. Linebackers aren't going to be able to run with him, so try to find ways to maximize that little guy's speed and athletic ability.
Out of the shotgun on third down. Snagged in the middle. It's Washington. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that. No gain on the play. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Gets it out quickly. Touchdown, Wildcats! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Well, the head coach has to love what he saw from his offense here at the very end of the first half. And you got to have it. Execution has got to be great in these 2-minute type situations. Really nice job handling the situation by the quarterback, making sure all 10 other guys on offense are on the same page. And they're still losing the football game, but that's a touchdown they absolutely needed to have here at the end of the first half.
Kentucky, 17.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Coverage team there to make the stop. They avoid disaster, and that's the end of the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. The Bruins will boot it away to start the second half. Looks like he's going to bring it out. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Nothing went right in that first half, and the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive for the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
Now, nice job by the quarterback there, working through his progressions. Nothing open down the field, so he checks it down to his drag route, coming from the slot receiver to get the completion.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play.
Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
They just keep firing. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. Got room on the return. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Looking to throw, it's Iamaleava. Fires to the big fella. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the 3rd quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
To the air on 1st down. Going for 6. And it's caught. Touchdown, Bruins.
Loving what I'm seeing from this offense this week. And talking to them, they felt like last week's win was a lot closer than what it should have been. They didn't play to their full potential, but they did that here in this game. When they're hitting on all cylinders, they are scared.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, Mountain West teams colliding in a huge matchup, and it's now a final. San Jose State showed its toughness on the road and picked up a crucial victory. And every win counts, don't get me wrong. But the victories outside of the comforts of home can really serve as a springboard. A busy day in the Mountain West and an outcome that figures to shuffle the deck there as we send it back to you.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Catch in the middle, it's Pickett. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You can tell he's throwing over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, and a hurry.
Breaks into the open. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback may change this route. Wants to go up top on first down. Slings it downfield. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. From the gun, running back gets to give. They make the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and the first down.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. A first down for the offense. The give to the tailback.
Man, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
Jumped on top of the pile.
This is why he's the quarterback leading his team, because he can do things like that, the unscripted stuff, and buy time, scramble outside the pocket, complete the pass down the field. Just so hard to stop as opposed to a guy that just stands in the pocket and you know exactly where he's going to be every single play.
Makes the grab. It's Patterson. Not going to get there, not going to get close as he's brought down at the 30. It's fourth down.
Good play call on defense. Third down in that situation, you're just playing a big zone. You want everybody having their eyes on the quarterback, playing in their areas, and you want them rallying to the football. As soon as that running back caught the ball, they all came screaming in. They were able to make the tackle and now set up fourth.
Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
This is the most annoying thing in the world for a defense, is when you start to play all these plays and all these pass concepts and routes, and then you let the quarterback get outside the pocket, and he takes off, and he gets a first down. Like, so much to defend. That is the hardest thing to defend, because you don't know where it's going to happen on the field and when it's going to happen.
Looking to throw on first down. Picked off to stop the threat. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Well, coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake. A strike downfield. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. They use the chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Leaves it with the running back. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. To the air. It's Iamaleava. Makes the grab on the left. Oh, he's got some space. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10.
This guy already has a touchdown. He almost had a second right there. You saw how good he is after he has the ball in his hands. Great job by the quarterback. A, finding him. B, getting it to him quickly. and then his speed and his God-given ability does the rest. He's got his offense in great field position.
That's the end of the period, and it's UCLA in the lead. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the third quarter stats will show you. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Caught in the backfield, it's Matthews. Touchdown, UCLA! A great catch and run for 6. They add on to this lead, and it looks as if they'll be moving to 2-0.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Tight end now in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Patterson. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
And the Wildcats with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Gilmore. Turns it on at midfield. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch. And Jesse, there's a huge mountain to climb here, but you might as well start with a chunk play.
Well, you got to start somewhere, Reese. It's been tough going for this offense all game long. They find themselves in a hole, but I love the aggressive nature. Keep taking shots. Keep trying to claw your way back into this one.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Second down, he'll throw it. That's reeled in. It's Patterson. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Well, it's important in this game this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down.
Offense facing 4th down.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds him out of the backfield. There he goes. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know we only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Looking for a crease. It's Wilcox. Back's going for the goal line. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. The Wildcats trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Let's go. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And this defense is more than happy with the offense running the football. They've done a great job today. I mean, they've really made this offense work so hard, earn everything they've gotten, and that's why this lead is ballooned like it has.
They'll run it to the left here, looking for the goal line.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to...
I'm sorry you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous party. A late touchdown.
And a nice touchdown. Continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Soft spot in the middle. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. They came out hot on this drive. One play and already near midfield. Power football with the run. And a short run there, and that'll end it. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
And I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm. And we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total domination.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.